Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 73 of the Gametime Gents podcast. It is me, Nardy, here with official Zoltowski. Boys, say hello.
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 And we are recovering from some very, very cold winter. I'm sure a lot of you out there are as well. We got about 12 to 14 inches here. Fish, I don't know how much you guys got down there, but...
Enough.
Enough.
It's a lot, yeah.
Pretty sure it was supposed to be even worse the farther south you got.
I don't know, but every time we went out the other day to shovel some of the parking lot for our cars, and snowplow came through about 3 times and just kind of kept piling it up behind us. So,
Yep.
thanks,
That,
thanks that guy. Appreciate it.
That happened to us. And I got home from work today and someone had taken the spot.
Oh, that's rough.
I was pretty upset. Thankfully, there was another one, but still, I mean, you know, it's my hard-earned money that I used to pay someone to dig me out. Too old for that.
Yeah, that picture you sent us yesterday was pretty wild. It was just, I mean, almost up to half your trunk was just filled with snow. So,
yeah, and that was the first initial pass of the plows. So, like, after that, it got even worse. Like, I'm pretty sure the front, because I was losing the car, like the driver's side door, it was all the way up, halfway up the window.
That's awful.
Yeah. It was pretty insane.
Yeah, I shoveled as it was coming down just because I didn't want to move it all at the same time, and it was awful. But anyways, I do have a little bit of personal news. It's my wife's birthday tomorrow, so she wanted a shout out. Happy birthday, Amy. She'll be, and I'm not going to say her age, but she's a year older than she was before, so happy birthday to Amy. And boys, we have a little bit of sports news. We're going to talk more about the big game matchup between the Seahawks and the Patriots next week, just because we have a lot to talk about this week with NFL honors, and we'll really get into how the Seahawks are probably going to decimate the Patriots, but we'll wait for that for next week. Do you guys agree with that or disagree?
I agree.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty lopsided.
Weirder things have happened.
True, yeah. But we do have some coaching news before we get started. Mike McCarthy has been hired as the Steelers head coach. It's a name I didn't really see them going for in the beginning, but a lot of fans on Twitter are not happy about the Mike McCarthy hiring. I don't know if you guys have seen the same, but
yeah, I've seen that.
What do you guys think of the hiring?
It's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a fresh face in there, right? Kind of. I don't think that their coaching styles is relatively the same. You almost kind of complete opposite of Tomlin, but it's not out of the realm to not get the same personality type, same coaching style that you have for the last 15 years. Um, Probably a little spark. I mean, we never know. I mean, Thomas said he's going to take the year off, then he can come back the following year. It might be just like every other quarterback situation, just have Mike McCarthy as a filler, someone who is competent enough and like, hey, you know what? If it works out, great. If not, Tomlin come back in. Like you said, it's a name that I didn't see coming. I completely forgot that guy was even around. Um, which I thought was pretty interesting. I saw his name come up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that guy." Um, does come out as a shock, but I don't know. They need to figure out what they got going on. Does that mean that Rodgers is coming back for another year? Do they drive? And they got Will Howard back there still. I mean, there's a lot of things that they need to think about because I mean the team's not bad, but they are still a few pieces away from being, a relevant team. And usually starts with the coaching staff, then kind of trickles down to the quarterback and supporting cast. So curious to see what the offseason moves they make, and then especially who they draft. I think this upcoming draft for a lot of teams is going to be make or break for them. So it's interesting.
I mean, McCarthy and Rodgers did win a chip together, so it's going to be interesting to see if he comes back.
was also what 20 years ago.
I don't know if it was
Just
20,
about,
but
yeah.
it was the better
A long
part of a
time.
decade.
A lot
Yeah.
less peyote back then.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Zolt? Sorry.
I just no, you're fine. I just think it's like what Fish said too, though. There's more questions than the head coaching situation on that team right now. So it's weird, like I said, I also forgot that he was the thing. He was hanging around somewhere, lurking in the shadows. There's definitely worse candidates. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Petula.
Petula, I don't believe is gonna get another call for quite a while, unless he's been hired
He's
somewhere
getting,
else already. But
he's getting a few.
little update on other coaching situations. We do have Mike McDaniel. He is now the the offensive coordinator for the Chargers. I find that's an interesting fit. Don't think him and Harbaugh are going to have a lot in common. That seems like the actual opposite end of the spectrum when it comes to personality types. But if it works on the field, great. If not, I'm sure it'll get ridiculed. But I think it's really good for Herbert. I think Mike McDaniel in his earlier years at Miami was really good at developing Tua, and I mean Justin Herbert is 10 times the quarterback Tua could ever be. So I think that's probably going to be a pretty good fit there in terms of offensive momentum. Hopefully, Quentin Johnston can start catching the football.
Well, look at it this way too, right? Look who Mike McDaniel's just got done coaching running back wise.
Yes.
Anyone with Vidal or Omarion when he's not singing, anyone who has them, your stock just went up tenfold. He
Yep.
is known to utilize the running backs and great pass catching backs out of the backfield. That's all that Omarion was known for in college, as well as running the rock. And Vidal has shown that he can also handle the passing out of the backfield as well. So it wouldn't surprise me going into next year that they get a little bit more creative and have two running backs line up in the backfield, and then really it's just kind of trickle it down on who's going to catch it this time, who's going to catch it next, and then watch both of them just kind of take off. So to your point, I mean, when he was with Tua, you had Tyreek and Jalen Waddle, Waddle never really got utilized the right way. And like you said, I mean, Herbert is light years better than Tua will ever be. Um, but now you give McDaniels a really solid quarterback, great receiving core, great running backs. It could be a big problem for other people, other teams to kind of utilize and try to scheme on who's going to get the ball now. He's a great coach at the Dolphins. It's just got hurt and a lot of things happen. But I mean, if the offseason hits here soon, might not be a bad idea to start reaching out to Omarion and Vidal managers and seeing if we can pull a quick sneaky one before they realize what's going on or what the possibility of top 10 running backs could be for both of them. So
No, I think that's a great point. I think you're going to see a lot of step forward for everyone on that offensive side. Can't really get much worse, especially if they need an offensive line to kind of get back to the way it was, and I think you're going to see a lot of those guys succeed. But Jesse Minter, I believe, is how you. Yes, Jesse Minter is now the head coach of the Ravens. He's another guy that the Browns were looking at that is pulled out. So the Browns have had 3 head coaching candidates pull out because they're taking their sweet time. Jesse Minter, Mike McDaniel, and then just recently Grant Adinsky also pulled out there. He's been given the go ahead to look and get the interview for the Bills job and battle Phillip Rivers for that one.
The Bills hired their coach today.
Who'd they hire today?
They promoted their OC. So,
which is
I can't remember his name.
Interesting.
But
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I got the alert. I was at work. And I just forgot to add it to the doc. That's my bad. But yeah, they promoted him from within, which is weird because you fire McDermott, because of the lack of Super Bowls. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense.
Oh,
So are
Brady.
the Browns, are they do they have to go through Myles Garrett for like approval, or is he just good to go with whoever is the coaching staff there? Because I mean, it's kind of maybe you don't hear this too often. Maybe just because you're in all of the social medias with the Browns and such like that. Like I know that for the Eagles, right? We don't hear like, hey, coaching pulling out, right? We interview them and then they get placed elsewhere, which is fine, but not necessarily like, hey, we interviewed, loved you. Okay, well, 3 weeks have gone by and I haven't heard anything, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this job. I mean, is that a common thing in the NFL, or is this just the Browns being the Browns and waiting, or
I'm not sure what they're waiting on. Like I said, they've done a lot of second round interviews. I said this last week. They've done the most in the league. So they second interviewed Jim Schwartz, second interviewed Grant Adinsky, Jesse Minter, Nate Shellhouse, Todd Monken, and then Mike McDaniel, who withdrew as well. I think a lot of coaching prospects are kind of steering away from the Browns, and maybe it's because of the Watson trade. I'm not really sure because Andrew Berry's still in the building. So I don't know if they think Andrew Berry is being controlled by Haslam or if they think he's not going to be able to create or make a good roster. I mean, for as bad as that trade was, there was a great draft that was last year. There's a lot of rookies on this Browns team that are very, very good. You've still got Garrett. Shadur Sanders, don't know if you saw, he might be a Pro Bowler this year.
it's just get rid of the like I saw that and it's the same thing with Huntley when he got it. It's like
Yeah, 100%.
why? We couldn't find anyone else. Anyone. Get another kicker in there. Like I don't know, man. It's that's
They're
a
gonna
whole
hire.
other
My guess is they'll hire Jim Schwartz. He'll be another head coach, and
I think that's the route they're going to go. And then they're going to find
they'll
some
look
up and
they'll
coming.
look like the Lions did when
Yeah.
he coached them.
Yeah, all
up and
signs
coming
seem to
DC.
point to Schwartz right now,
Schwartz is with you.
which
I
I
rather
don't
have
know how to
rather
feel
have that
about
movie.
that. I mean, he had one good year with the Lions, Zoltowski, and then
I think
kind
it
of
was
went back
bad.
to yeah. So
Bad.
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. So the Bills, yeah, I guess they hired Joe Brady today or promoted from within. I think the Raiders, the Browns, and the Cardinals are still looking for their coach, which doesn't surprise me. Those are probably the three most or least attractive options. But yeah, we'll
Jim
see.
Schwartz is 29-51 as a head coach, by the way.
It's good. It's really good.
That's what you
Yep.
that's what you want though. You want a guy that
2-14,
so far down. Yeah,
6-10, 10-6. We had a winning season.
There we go.
4-12 again, and 7-9.
Who's the winning season with?
He was only a head coach with Detroit. He did win a Super Bowl
nice.
with the Eagles.
He did.
52.
But as what though?
A decoy.
As a
What was
DC, which
as
is
a
what he's good at.
DC. Yes. So that I don't know, man. That it doesn't make
Nope.
It doesn't make any sense. Now I think there's something that you kind of bring up, and I think that the reason why a lot of these coaches might be pulling out too is, like you said, the trade for the taint tickler. It's I think that since you guys are so indebted in what? Did I say something wrong?
That's just funny.
Did I speak out of
every
turn?
time he
Just
catches me off guard, he catches me off guard
Nonchalantly.
every single-
It's not that it catches me off guard. It's just how nonchalantly he says it. Like it's
Just-
a normal conversation.
It really is, though. It honestly is.
I
But
mean, you're not wrong, but that's still funny.
But I think a lot of the coaches are also real. Like you said, the draft you guys had last year was very, very good. You got a lot of young and great up and coming rookies, and some that we'll talk on our list here soon on
Yes,
the
we will.
defensive side, which will probably be in shambles because Schwartz is not going to be the DC. He'll be the head coach, and then whatever. We'll pop the champagne when we get to that, I guess. But I think another big turning, I guess, a big turnoff for them is what's your guys' salary cap? Because with all that Deshaun Watson money guaranteed going into that, I mean, it's not like you'd be like, oh, I'm going to step in and go, I want that free agent, I want that free agent. I mean, is that even an option? Or like, are you guys going, oh man, Bobby Wagner's around still, we'll take, can you do it for 300K? You know?
It's not good.
I think they're in the red.
I just looked. It is not good.
Yeah, they're in the red, right?
Yeah, by about $18 million.
So that's another thing where I think that you guys will promote within just because they've already accepted the baggage. They don't have someone new come in, try and change the whole chemistry and the culture, develop a new game plan, new scheme, and then go, I need really fast linebackers or big beefy DNs. And you're like, oh, we're 18 million in the hole. Cut 5 people. And then he goes, okay, sick. So, I mean, you can cut when you're 13, I guess, quarterbacks you guys have on roster, but you might want to keep those. But I don't know. It's interesting kind of see how this kind of develops, but I think that's the reason why a lot of them are pulling out is because there's no fun money to spend. Now they're already on a budget cut, budget restraint, and they can't go get the players that they want or have good relationships with. So, kind of sucks.
Anybody want to guess what Deshaun Watson's cap hit is for 2026?
I'm not going to guess because I already have it pulled up.
50 million?
It's much higher.
Up.
120 million?
$80,716,514, taking up 26.53% of the cap for 2026, and he's probably not going to see the field.
The next person on that list is Denzel Ward with 32 million.
But he
just to
will
put that
see
in
the field,
perspective.
and he's very good.
Yeah,
you're
the next 3 guys are. It's insane how much they paid that man.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's insane.
It's pretty bad. I can't believe I'm looking at it, honestly.
Do you think there's a clause in all the Browns contracts now that say like, no SA or you're done, no money?
Well, you figured that would have been
right.
That would have been inputted when he's doing his little dancing with a fresh injury.
Yeah,
and
whatever
then hurts himself
happened
again.
with that?
So, nothing because the Brown organization. Well, they ran it through Miles, and Miles was like, "Oh, but he's my friend." So
I
they let
don't
nothing
think
happen.
that's true. I don't think anyone on that team likes him.
No,
at some point, you can't just let the guy ride the pine for $80 million. You gotta just let him play and see. He might have a resurgence. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Or put him on the practice squad. Let everybody hit him. I don't know what else. That's an $80 million asset there. It's just
$80 million tackling dummy.
You guys are
fucking.
I mean, how long are you in debt to this guy? Like, when's the contract over?
His contract is up. Oh, he has a no trade clause, by the way.
Yep.
Well, I don't think anybody wants to take that.
The last year of his contract is this year, technically.
All right, so you pay him unless you guys resign him. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd be great. He is.
I think Nutter might burn all the Browns' parents. he might burn it all.
That's great. It's more space for the Ravens gear that he has.
The only way I could see him having success anywhere else is if that team hires Bill O'Brien to call the plays, because that's the only time he was successful was with Bill O'Brien in Houston. And apparently he dumbed down the plays a lot for him from what we've been told, because there's been some instances, I don't know if you guys remember this, it was 2 years ago, there was an exchange on the field where Deshaun was going up to call a play, couldn't call the play, Kevin called a timeout, proceeded to use the next 40 seconds on the next play clock to call the play, couldn't figure it out. They took a delay game, kicked field goal.
I mean, the guy's a dummy. We know this. We know
that
this.
Sounds like he fits right in at the Browns.
Guy went to 72 stock parlay. I mean, it's just, unless what you guys could do, I wonder if it's in his clauses to restructure his contract, do like a Bobby Bonilla and pay him till 2090, and then reduce the
Bobby
cap.
Bonilla.
I'm not a cap expert, but I think we've done that every year. I'm not going to lie to you. I think they've taken every year he's been there. I think they've taken what he's supposed to earn, put it into a yearly balance, and like restructured it so he only makes 1 million on the roster, but gets the rest in a bonus. Like I said, not a cap wizard, not sure how any of that works. I should probably educate myself before I talk about that stuff, but it seems like that is what has transpired. He's been just given millions of dollars, before anything starts because it's all guaranteed anyway. So I don't think that they care when he gets paid, as long as he gets paid. Maybe it doesn't touch the rest of the players, but I guess I don't know how that works either.
I mean, I'll take a fourth of that to ride the bench just for 1 year.
Brother, I'd take an eighth
Where
of
do I
this
sign?
to be a water boy.
I still want the full amount. I got a lot of cards to buy and a wedding to pay for, and that's one of the things. So,
Speaking of cards,
The honeymoon would get like super upgraded.
you guys want to get into our NFL honors?
it's
Yeah.
already up there. Yeah.
All right, so little known fact about us here at the Gametime Gents, we do love sports cards. We actually love cards of all kinds, but sports cards is mainly one. So the theme I went with this year, I spent some time making this. I made cards for our picks on each of these categories. So as you see on the screen, you see our logos and our colors. Mine's themed the Browns, Zoltowski's themed the Lions, Fish's themed the Eagles. You will see something like this. This is our picks. And then on the next screen, you'll see, did you say these are awful?
This took you out. This looks so bad.
That hurts my heart very bad. I would like for you to know that.
I know you slogged hours doing this. Oh man, I could just Google something and send it to you. That's crazy.
Also, shout out Canva, not a sponsor. So, these are our picks for the most valuable player of next year or of this year. Stupid comment. And we're pretty unanimous on this front. So, we each have Matthew Stafford winning the first award here. So, Matt Stafford, we all think, is going to be the MVP this year. We do have his stats. He did finish third overall in terms of fantasy as a quarterback, which is his best finish since he became a Ram in 2021. He threw for 4,700 yards, 46 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. So pretty hard to pin anybody above him. We do have an honorable mention for each category as well. Sometimes we have a few, but this time it's going to be Drake May. Drake May, who is now Super Bowl quarterback Drake May. He threw for 4,300 yards, 31 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. So those are probably going to be your top two in terms of betting. If you're a betting person, I'm a reform bettor. I haven't bet in about 2 months, happy to say. So if you want to throw your bets out, you can ride with us here. But we do have our offensive player of the year up next. And again, boys, we were all unanimous. It's all Jackson Smith and Jigba. So we have JSN, and then Puka Nacua is our honorable mention. JSN had an outstanding year. He had 119 receptions, 1,793 yards, and he had 10 touchdowns total. Do you guys have any other honorable mentions you'd like to throw out there that we didn't make a card for?
It's the MVP and then offensive player. I mean, a lot of these categories is, if you really dissect them, right? The MVP especially, we talk about this all the time because then the MVP candidate comes up to all of a sudden then stems into who's the GOAT. Then we go right into basketball and people got you got your LeBrons and you got your Jordans and stuff like that. But most valuable player, I don't think any of those. I think both Stafford and May could go interchangeable, right? Without May there, that team is nothing. Stafford there, that team is a little bit of something just because of the wide receiver threats that they have. But really, outside of that, for May, it doesn't make any sense. But the offensive, there was a good amount of. I mean, you throw CMC in there. I mean, a Chain had a really, really great year. Jonathan Taylor looked good,
JT,
but we
yeah.
know that. I mean, we know that a lot of these rewards, right? I don't think we'll ever see it in our lifetime, right? Even with Saquon last year and JT earlier this year. I don't know if we'll ever see an MVP or offensive rookie that's not going to be a quarterback of some sorts or receiver. Like running backs don't get, and we'll never see a tight end. We'll never see a tight end ever, 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 ever. We'll never
Nope.
see it. But running backs, I mean, you could have 92 touchdowns for 5,000 yards, and you'll have a Shadur Sanders who has 7 touchdowns on 10 interceptions, and he'll win MVP before that running back. So it's, I don't know. There's a good amount of people that we could throw up here for offensive, player of the year. There's a lot of great. I mean, I think the threshold between that top tier and that bottom tier was a little bit bigger of a gap this year than what we saw in previously years, just because there's a few more outstanding people. I mean, you can even throw George Pickens up there. He had a hell of a year. Even with CD being there and then not being there, he was a great filler as a number one. So there's a lot of players that we could throw up there for offensive player of the year. It's just a shame that it's only one trophy. One person gets it. Um, but the crazy thing is that JSN through the entire year, Darnold forgot that he existed in the first half of multiple games because he was on pace to break the all-time record for most receiving yards in a year.
Yeah.
He has the possibility, if he does it in the Super Bowl, to I think he needs like 83 yards to be number 3 on the list. But I mean, it would have been great to, I don't know, force feed your best player, and it seems like the Seahawks kind of threw some of those games or made them a little closer, a little bit more uncomfortable without finding JSN. So, but again, I think both of these players are very interchangeable. We'll see him again, and hopefully an MVP category, but it makes more sense for this though.
Yeah, the MVP definitely has been a lot more quarterback heavy. Whereas I think the offensive player, they kind of focus more on skill position guys. So yeah, I think you make it a great point there. But next we do have defensive player of the year. And boys, all unanimous again. Happy to say it's Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett, the defensive player of the year, 23 sacks in a season. The best defensive season I've ever seen. Fish?
Yeah, could you also read my note that goes with Myles Garrett and the reason why I picked him, please?
I will never say what you put down.
Okay, well, we had a 5 minute. He whiny little bitch, is what he is. The guy just cries and cries and cries. Very good defensive player. Will not give him enough credit. Very good defensively. Uh, Will Anderson, though, has been a sneaky, like Zoltowski said, with that Houston defense. He's going to be wrecking, for the next few years, too. But Myles Garrett, whiny little bitch. That's it. That's what it is. And honestly, he texted us, actually tweeted us, saying if he doesn't get picked for our show for Defensive Player of the Year, he's going to complain to somebody, and then we'll all be fired. So, I mean, at that case, there we go.
Don't threaten me.
Congrats, Miles.
Wait, fired from the show or fired from my actual job?
For everything you want and do, you'll be fired from it. You know why?
Dead.
Because
You're just dead.
he's got a big say everywhere. That's why they haven't hired a coach in 7 years. It seems like so.
I do think the numbers in terms of betting for Garrett's like minus 20,000. So he's almost pretty much
I mean,
for this one.
Yeah, I mean, you break an NFL record, it's
with an extra game,
almost
though.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, an extra game.
Yeah,
So it's a breaking record with an asterisk, right?
Nah, break a record, you break a record.
Thank you.
Extra game.
All right, next we have Offensive Rookie of the Year. This one we were a little mixed on. Fish had a different pick than the rest of us, than Zoltowski and I. Zoltowski and I went with Tet McMillan. He had a great year, a great rookie year, and then Fish went with Travion Henderson, which, again, he also had a great year. I didn't go with Travion personally just because he had such a slow start to the year, and that was not to any disadvantage of himself. It was just his utilage in the beginning. He didn't really get used a lot. But, after that game that butter hands went down. He came back and he just kind of commanded the backfield and played really, really well. So he did finish 21st in PPR formats for running backs. He had 911 rushing yards, almost cracked 1,000 there. He had 1,100 all-purpose yards. So Fish, I think it's a great pick. And we didn't actually pick an honorable mention for this, so I was a homer, and I went with Harry Fannin Jr. I also
agree with this,
almost put Colston Loveland up here, but for the same reason that Travion Henderson didn't get my pick, Colston Loveland had a quiet start to the year. I mean, he was nowhere near seeing any type of receiving work on the field. So just to brag a little bit about McMillan, he had 70 receptions, 7 touchdowns, and just cracked 1,000 yards at 1,014. He was the 16th rated receiver there. So great rookie season, and I hope to see him grow a lot more with Bryce Young going forward. Any other guys we could put here?
Did you guys look at the finalists? I sent the link earlier in the day.
Yeah, I was looking at it a little bit.
So,
Discord?
No, I sent it in the group chat. Actually, the one you actually reply in.
Sometimes.
So our two guys are obviously in the finalists. Jackson Dart in there. I mean, he had a good year.
Oh yeah, Tyler Shuck is also in there.
We talked about him.
He had 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not enough. Jackson Dart. No, I mean he did great for what he had.
Mm-hmm.
It's not enough, right? And this award is so tough too because you look at both of their stats, right? You look at Travion Henderson's stats, you look at Ted's stats. They're really nothing to gawk and oh wow, that's insane. I can't believe he had 15,000 receiving yards and 28 touchdowns. I mean, this is nothing really like rant and rave about. But I just don't think that the offensive rookie pool, right? Because who was the Bucks receiver who started out really high?
Emeka
Egbuka, he's also on the list, yeah.
Yep, he is a finalist.
Did incredibly well the first few, and we're like, oh wow. So I think they might have found their new receiver, and then all of a sudden kind of had a dud.
Yep.
You can throw him on there. I think the three here that we have, and I even think about Fannin. I think Fannin is a great shout. For a tight end position, he did incredibly well. So I think that these three make the most sense for at least the Roy.
The O'Roy. The O'Roy.
Sorry, O'Roy. Sorry. Roy, rookie of the year. That's fine. I'll start off.
I got it.
And obviously,
you see his jaw drop? He was hanging over like Eli.
I was very confused. I was
got that
confused
Peyton
because I was going to mention
going on too.
I've obviously, if you look at the cards, the RC is rookie card, the HM is honorable mention. So
I picked up on that.
That means, yeah.
I picked up on that.
Now,
thank you for explaining.
You know what you didn't pick up on, Fish?
How bad these designs are?
It's defensive rookie of the year. Because you're going to see one card here that does not have a rookie designation.
No, did you?
Oh, he did.
No. Oh, I 100% made it for you.
Yep.
We have defensive rookie of the year, Carson Schlesinger, and then honorable mention, Nick Emenwari, which are both rookies. But Fish's pick, for some reason, he went with Quinyon Mitchell. I think he feels a bit slighted that last year Quinyon finished what? Zolteski, you were saying second?
Second.
Behind PS2, I assume?
No, it was behind who?
Yeah, then I had PS2's been in the league for 32 years.
How long has
Jared
PS2
Verse.
been in the league? Oh, Jared Verse.
A long time.
PS2's been in the league like 3 years max, maybe.
Long time.
Look, all I'm saying is, right, there's a great example for this, okay? And honestly, if you look at Quinton Mobe's stats against wide receiver ones, top of the league, 100% top of the league, shut down people. CD Lamb, George Pickens, it didn't matter. Mostly Dallas players because they're masked, but that's besides that, right? If you look at, right, and there's one person on this world who has won an award in his sophomore year for being a technical rookie, and his name is Ben Simmons. That man is out there trying to fish and is making $200 million doing nothing. Ben Simmons won it in his sophomore year. I don't want to hear it. Okay? Quintana Bay is the best player I've ever seen play at this point. So, it's better than all these guys.
We give you some Eagles love.
He's really, really good. I could see him going for Defensive Player of the Year. Possibly.
I think he was on the list.
He might have been on the list. Pat Surtain's drafted in 21, by the way, so he's been in the league for a while.
Yeah, you're right. 5 years. I looked. That's my bad. That's on me. But yeah, Fish, I can't believe you didn't think I was going to make that card for you.
Well, who was my actual? Once I got to it, who is the rookie?
You didn't give me one. You gave me
Quinn. I did. It's Carson.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't put. Yeah, I had Carson.
Oh, did you have Carson in the honorable mention?
I did.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, an honest question here, and I want video evidence of this. Did you just honestly forget that he played all games last year? Because I know he didn't start originally, but then someone got hurt and he went in.
So when I was filling this out, I was going through Armageddon with all the snow emergencies.
Right. Yeah.
So I had the laptop open. Right, I stole something for work so I could hook up my laptop and play it off my monitor. So I was doing both, and was fielding 1,000 calls to the field. And then I must have saw that and just read Defensive Player of the Year and was fine. Yeah, Quinyon Mitchell, why not? And then realized that Myles Garrett then called me and he goes, I'm a little whiny bitch. I deserve that. And I just never changed it in the thing, So you know what?
Just curious.
But if Quintana Bay wins Rookie of the Year, defensive, I don't know. Take your bets. I'll take the cash. You drop it here. I'll take the bets.
If you bet $1 in that, you'll get $1 million. So
I think it might be more. Absolutely. I think everything else is pretty. I think we're good on track with everything else. I had to double check it now.
Yeah, I think you're good everywhere else. We have Comeback Player of the Year next. We were all split on this one, so. Zolt, you picked Stephon Diggs, great pick. Fish, you picked Christian McCaffrey, also great pick. I went with Trevor Lawrence. Just think he had an absolute resurgence this year. And then I went with Aiden Hutchinson just to give the Lions some love, but he also had a great year in terms of defensive players. So those are our picks for Comeback Player of the Year.
What was his comeback from, though?
Trevor?
When did he? No. Hutchinson, when did he get hurt?
Week 4, he snapped his leg in half.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yep, when we kept our starters in.
Oh,
yeah. We're still the horse has been dead for a year now, and we're still just beating the absolute piss out of it.
I mean, rigor mortis set in, and that thing is just bones. But I'm here for it still.
Yeah, man, it's all right. No, these are all I like all of these. This was a hard one, honestly, because there was a lot of guys that came back and played really well. I mean, you could even think maybe even put Mike Evans up here just because of how late he came back and how he still had a pretty decent year for what he, compared to what he normally does. Unfortunately, didn't get to see that record get broken. But yeah, CMC at just phenomenal bounce back after last year on and off. Missed the first 5 games, came back, got hurt again, missed another 2. The substation's really messing with things over in San Francisco, apparently.
Yeah. Heard about all that.
Yeah. And then Diggs in the same, this was a guy we talked a lot about at the beginning of the year, going to the Patriots with such a young team. We know he could be a diva. The whole pink powder incident, we're like, oh, here goes Diggs again. It's just going to be downhill. But we look what the Patriots have done. I have to think that he has had some help in this, being an actual veteran presence that we talk about, and helping that younger team really kind of come together. I mean, they're in the Super Bowl.
Right.
So.
Yeah, Diggs was a guy at the beginning of the year I just kind of wrote off. He's 32 at the receiver position coming off an injury last year. I think it was an ACL tear. Is that right? Something
in the leg.
That. But yeah, he came back this year, got to 17th in receivers for PPR formats, which is pretty good. He only had 4 touchdowns, but he had over 1,000 yards. So, great to see him come back. And then Trevor Lawrence had his best season ever this year. He had 4,000 passing yards, 9 touchdowns on the ground, 29 touchdowns through the year, and 12 interceptions. So, you see those interceptions come down, he could be in the MVP talk, maybe eventually. Grant Adinski is staying there. Liam Cohen, who we'll talk about here in a minute, was pretty decent. So, but looking at the coaches of the year, since I just alluded to that, we have Ben Johnson for Fish, Mike McDonald for myself, and then Mike Vrabel for Zolt. So I don't think you can argue any of these names. 2 of these guys are in the Super Bowl. One guy completely turned around a franchise. Well, 2 guys did, I guess. But then you also have Liam Cohen as the honorable mention for this pick here.
Did the Seahawks make the playoffs last year?
I think so. But Mike McDonald was still their coach last year. He's just been great.
Right. Yeah, I'm just saying though, yeah, these 3 other guys, all teams that were bottom of the barrel. I don't know if the Jags were that bad. I can't really remember. But, the Bears and the Pats. And now all of a sudden, hey, Pats are in the Super Bowl again. Bears won the NFC North, got this 2 seed, and the Jaguars had an amazing year. So, yeah, this one was also hard. This was a tough choice.
Yeah, the next one we have assistant coach of the year. You're only going to see our 3 cards here because we do have 3 honorable mentions. So, just for starters, we have Vic Fangio for Fish, for obvious reasons. I have Clint Kubiak. I think he was a great coach for the Seahawks. You're probably going to see him be a head coach, if not next year, the year after that. And then Brian Flores for Zoltowski, which is a little bit surprising for you just because you're a Lions fan. But
credit where credit's due, man. We talked about this a little bit before the show. If you look at the Vikings and all the issues they had at quarterback this year, and that offense was just abysmal. But they went 8-9, I think 9-8.
mm-hmm.
I mean, without that defense, they're maybe winning 2 games.
Yeah. Fish, your Eagles might have the number 1 defensive coordinator and the number 32 offensive coordinator.
Yes, I mean, like Zoltowski said, you give credit where it's due. Fangio should never go anywhere else. But again, this is a prime example of he knows his lane and he stays in it. He's a very, very good defensive coordinator. There's no reason to promote a defensive coordinator as a head coach. 0 reason for it. So I don't know. It's kind of like the Zoltowski's point. It's tough not to, and I agree with Flores. I really do, because it's tough to have such a bad offense go 3 and out consistently and then rely on your defense and then play 40 minutes of a game. But I'd even throw your coordinator. Who was it? Oh, Schwartz. I'd throw him in the mix too. He kept you guys in a lot of those games when that offense was dead in the water. So I don't know, a lot of, and then you got Kubiak, which, it seemed like every other week they're having multiple pick sixes or multiple defensive touchdowns for some reason. But yeah, it's interesting. It's very good. I think can't go wrong with any of these coaches here.
Clint Kubiak's brother is great too. I think he's the offensive coordinator for they were also in the playoffs, I think. I can't remember who it is. Clay Kubiak is his name. But interesting you mention Jim Schwartz, because he is one of our honorable mentions. All 3 of these guys you'll probably see head coaching eventually. Matt Burke did amazing things with that defense down there. Grant Adinski just turned 30. He's just an offensive wizard. Kind of looks like Johnny Football, by the way. A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, about the drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, so maybe Johnny
he just stayed clean.
Football.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Yeah, those are our picks for NFL honors. If you guys have any alternates, tell us in the comments. We'd be interested to hear. But these seem to be the guys that are going to either win or lose you money if you're betting on that stuff. So, boys, we do have Who's That Dude next. And I made it a little bit harder on you this time. So let me get back to the correct screens for us. And we will start with the first dude. Are you going to see that?
Holy shit. Yeah.
Oh my
Great.
God, it's so much clearer. It's
All
like the rain is gone.
So we're starting with this one here. Who's that dude? You see his weeks. I even put the weeks in this time, weeks 1 through 18. This is a running back, obviously attempts, yards, no touchdowns this year.
He had one.
He had one.
One touchdown this year.
Guy picked the player, and it's right there in front of your eyes. It's crazy.
One touchdown. You guys can go ahead and ask me questions. I can get you closer, not closer. I can also reveal one of the hints. Remember, the top hint is how long they've been in the league. The middle hint, where they went to college. Bottom hint, team colors and number.
AFC or NFC?
AFC.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Is this the projection? Is it PPR format?
Yes, all the projections are PPR format.
Is it Kareem Hunt?
It is not Kareem Hunt.
Dang. I meant Pacheco. Sorry. I don't know why. I said Kareem Hunt.
It is Pacheco.
Okay. Yep. The other one.
Man, I thought these were going to be harder this time.
No, dude. That's the projections and the actual. That's big giveaway.
My biggest hint was we talked about this guy a lot this year. All right, here's your next guy. This is a receiver.
Damn.
Touchdown heavy the first half of the year, not so much the rest of the year, but go ahead, ask me questions.
Yeah, is this not Mbeka or Mbeku?
I swear to God, you guys are such ball knowers. I can't, like...
There you go, fish.
Like, I'm going to have to make this harder somehow.
He popped off, and I was like, yeah, man, this guy's ass now.
Yep.
All right, here's the next guy. This is a quarterback. You'll probably get this one right off the bat, too. You can ask me questions.
Very consistent. Is he...
1.4? Week 7.
Oh.
Only threw for 100 yards and threw for 3 picks?
A lot of interceptions by this guy.
I think he had a similar graph to this a couple weeks ago, didn't he? Because I said minus 1.4, and I thought it was Jalen Hurts because he had that down week.
Look at the weeks.
But he missed the last 3 weeks of the season.
He did miss the last 3 weeks.
It's not JJ.
No, it's not JJ.
Oh, you mean 9? It's not 9.
What?
That's what they call
JJ. That's his alter ego.
9.
Is it the NFC?
No, AFC.
Okay, it's AFC.
Is this quarterback known as a runner?
He's not known as a runner.
So he's a pocket passer?
It's not Patty Mahomes. So I thought he had a really bad week too.
It is not Patty Mahomes. So it's AFC.
Look at the accuracy though towards the end.
You guys just trying to brute force this?
Yeah. It's not Bo Nix. It's not Patty Mahomes.
We're not Danny Dimes.
It's not Danny Dimes.
Mm-mm.
I think Danny Dimes went out way earlier. I thought you guys would get this one easy.
Is it Tua?
It is Tua. Because he got benched the last 3 weeks of the year.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Shout.
Here's our next guy.
Receiver.
No helmet for this guy. It is a receiver.
didn't play the last week. So it's probably a playoff team, I would guess.
It's an astute assumption.
I mean, I just asked, is he in the playoffs?
He was in the playoffs.
It was in the playoffs. Okay.
He's no longer in the playoffs. Which is most playoff teams.
Mm.
Is he wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2 on this team?
It's kind of ambiguous, I would say. Not really a 1 or a 2. More of they're both 2s.
Did he AFC?
AFC.
Is it Cortland Sutton?
It is not Cortland Sutton. I would say Cortland Sutton is definitely number 1 receiver.
I don't know. Marvin Mims and Troy Franklin get the ball a good bit too.
You can ask me to see the schedule. You can ask me to flip a card. You can ask me further questions. Just try to fill the dead air.
I know, but it's more fun
to brute force.
What happened?
Yeah.
What happened after their bye?
I'm not gonna lie to you. There was a lot of things that happened to this team that really impacted the quarterback position, that then impacted the receiving position.
Okay.
So it's not totally his fault.
So it's a playoff team in the AFC
Mm-hmm.
that had quarterback issues. So you got
not necessarily quarterback issues.
Okay.
Maybe some name teams.
Offensive line issues.
AFC playoff teams, so that are eliminated because he said was. So you've got the Broncos, the Texans, but it's not CJ because CJ missed a bunch of games. It's not Bo Nix.
This is a receiver.
My brain just took a huge fart. Sorry. I think Nico missed a couple games. But you said they're okay. Yeah, and you said they're not wide receiver 1, right? You said they're like both 2s.
Mm-hmm. They're both 2s. And I picked this silhouette just because it's a little more telling than him with a helmet on.
The Steelers. You have. Why can't I think of the other playoff teams?
So for the AFC, you have
the Jaguars.
You have the Chargers. Denver.
Lad's clear number 1 there.
I don't know. Is it Lad?
I would not say Lad's a clear number 1.
I didn't want to say it, but by the silhouette, I could tell he was white. So I didn't want to.
Yeah, I would not say Lad's a clear number 1, but here's the last dude.
I mean, but compared to Quentin Johnson and Keenan Ancient Allen,
I would say,
oh my
Keenan
God,
Allen is probably the one there.
-3 yards on.
Yep.
3. Oh, Jesus.
We did talk about that week on the podcast.
Yeah,
the -3 yards.
Yep, and that's going to bother me because I highlighted that in my notes.
Yep.
The Debo?
It is not Debo.
It's not Jacoby Myers, is it?
It is not. This may be a very big hint, but this is a guy I loved at the beginning of the year. He was one of my guys that I wanted.
That was a lot of guys.
Teams.
Is this the last one?
Guys, this is the last one.
I don't know. You want to flip a card?
Yeah, go for it.
Which
card
one?
Do you
want to flip?
Don't do the jersey number because that'll give it away.
Hint 1 or hint 2?
Do college. Yeah, do college or whatever the first one is. I can't remember what the first one is because we don't use hints.
He went to college at Boise State.
Boise State.
Boise State. And he's been
The
in
AFC?
the league. Yeah, AFC. He's been in the league for 4 years. Fish, can I tell you a secret?
Uh-huh.
The -3 yards is exactly why I picked this guy.
I figured as much.
I remember seeing this too. I feel like I have him on a team.
I knew you both would
Yeah,
remember that.
he was on my fantasy worst or something.
Fantasy Zeros, yeah.
Yeah, Fantasy Zeros.
He was definitely on that list a couple times after that too. Only eclipsed
Show
20
me the
points
schedule.
one time.
I know. And
You want
this
the
is
schedule
PPR.
reveal? Look at the teams he plays twice. That'll kind of tell you what team he's on.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You guys know the team yet?
Yeah, he's on the Bills. It's Keon Coleman.
It's not Keon Coleman.
No, because he missed a couple games.
It's not Keon Coleman.
It's not Shakir, is it?
It is Shakir.
Yep.
Yeah. Man, he had a lot of promise.
He still does, in my eyes. They just need more receiving options to open him up. Maybe that's me.
No,
smoking
you're
coke over
100%
here.
right.
So
Yeah.
smoke is up.
Good job, boys. I had to make it a little bit harder this week. I really wanted to do Malik Willis, but he only had 2 games. One of them scoring 33 points, so it was probably going to be pretty easy to guess him. But
I mean, we got the first 3
yeah, immediately.
pretty quick.
Immediately.
I said the wrong guy on the first one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said Hunt. I meant Pacheco right off the rip.
Yeah.
I'm like, what did I say? Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, I went with the guys that we talked about a lot this year. We talked about each one of these guys pretty well, maybe not Ladd McConkey.
We didn't talk a bunch about Ladd, but we did talk about Shakir.
We talked about Tua a lot.
And we always talk about Tua.
Oh man.
Tua turned the ball over.
But that's the show. Gonna get it up for tomorrow. And everybody have a good day. Always heard you, Gent. We'll be here for the big game episode next week. I don't think we're allowed to say the other word. But see you guys next time. Peace.
Hey, guys.
Bye.